All right, go ahead, guys.
Hi, Khushbu. This is Preetam. My name is Parijat Preetam. I'm an ex-student of WMA, and I did my digital marketing course from here. That's it.
All right, good.
Hi Kushbu, this is Bhavani. I'm pursuing my MBA and I'm the ex-student of WMA. I got with my digital marketing course.
Okay.
Hi Khushbu, I'm Avik. I'm an ex-student of WMA and I'm also into the
Pranav.
field of...
Hi, Pranav.
I'm also a media professional in traditional media for 10 years.
Okay. Hi all. I'm Khushbu Pandya, and I've done my PhD in social media. And recently, like on 30th June, we are organizing this celebrating the World Social Media Day by an event called the Social Conclave at Christ University.
All right. Naveen Richard joined. So I'm just reading out from here too, who are all joining.
Okay.
Naveen Richard joined. Okay.
Nice. Arjun.
Yeah, hi, good morning.
Hi.
My name is Arjun.
Little bit louder, Raju.
I am a WMA student. Before this, I had pursued computer science engineering as a course. Now I'm doing digital marketing. Looking forward to have a job.
Good.
Nice. Hi everybody, I'm Mansi. I train at WMA and I do a lot of podcasting for WMA.
Yes. Digital India podcast and the FIR podcast.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So let us start. Do you guys have any questions before? I have a lot of questions for Khushbu. You
Right.
guys have any questions?
Lots
The
of
next time,
questions.
one second. Try next time to connect an XLR mic to the cell phone using an interface that Radio Shack sells in USA. Thank you, Ozzy. We will do that. Okay. Any questions you guys have?
Right. So what's on 30th June? So you said that there's an event. Why 30th June?
Okay, so
It will
30th June is
should
celebrated
be-
as World Social Media Day, and it was started by a company called Mashable. We all know what Mashable is.
Right.
Absolutely. So they started, initiated this day, and
Okay.
we as Convophilia, we initiated it last year. We did it in Vadodara, Gujarat, because no one was aware about the day, and I really, like everybody of you, very much social media enthusiast person. So I wanted to have this one space, one platform for all the social media enthusiasts whom we meet like on online platforms, but we hardly meet offline. So wanted to create this community of social media people, and what's more interesting that not meet on that World Social Media Day. So
Okay.
that is the main goal of this event.
So how long is the event?
It's a one-day event as it's a day, so we are celebrating the day starting 9 in the morning, and we'll be finishing off till 5, and then we have networking breaks in between as well as later in the evening.
Awesome.
So many people would be having networking element in the event day.
So what kind of people can come and attend this?
That question has been asked by many of the people to
Yeah.
me, but every person who is passionate about social media, be it a social media agency, be it digital marketing agency, be it any communication student, any digital marketing expert or non-expert who wants to learn from even the speakers who are talking or network with people, or is in the industry or not in the industry and want to join that industry. So every social media passionate person can come in the event.
Hey, you said something about speakers.
Yes.
So who are these speakers?
So we have a great lineup of speakers for this event. You can expect much more quality talk from all these speakers. We have Rohit Verma of SMW. We have our own Suresh Babu of Web Marketing Academy. We have Ms. Ganga Ganpati from OGLV. We have Dr. Falguni Vasavda Oza from Maika, Gujarat. We have Prasant Naidu of Lighthouse Insights.
Okay.
And we'll be also having Shakti sir who's very own from Bangalore, from the Quill.
Right.
And who am I missing? Yes, that's all.
Awesome. That's all. I mean, that's a lot of speakers for one day.
Yes.
And
And
getting
we'll
to
also
meet
having
them
Nakul
is-
Shenoy. I just forgot. He's
Magician.
the magician and the mind reader. So we'll be having an entertaining act on, especially the theme which we are having. There is magic of social media. So he will read the mind of people randomly sitting in the audience. and he'll do a user experience kind of act soon after the lunch. So you can expect a lot more entertaining stuff on that day.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's quite a bit of lineup.
Yes.
Speakers. See, these are people who have, they've been there in the industry and we've been following them for quite some time.
Correct.
But we've never gotten to interact with them, speak to them, or even look at them in person.
Correct.
So this is going to be a good opportunity for all of us to
Yes,
look at
yes.
them and converse with them actually.
Yes, like in real time, because we
Right.
speak all of them, we have conversations online, even one-to-one online as well, but like
never
in
go to-
face-to-face, like, and we also have Ritu David, I forgot her,
Okay.
from Ritu David Consulting. She recently have shifted to Pune. She was based at Australia, she has now come to India. So she will also be a good,
So,
contact.
so you're talking about speaking. So they come, they speak, and do we get to interact with them on the speech as well?
Definitely. Like all the speakers would be having like 30
Ex-
45
download
minutes
apps,
to
sharing
speak,
line.
and then 15 minutes later I'll be having
Q&A.
Q&A time. Yes.
So you can talk to them directly.
Yes, directly.
Awesome.
We'll be getting a lot of updates about on social media.
Yes, there's a team, live tweeting team as well of the event. So who will tweet all the stuff what is happening in the event right now. So a lot of people, lot of questions would also come up from internet as well. So we can later on take those up as
Hey,
well.
what's the hashtag for this time?
It's hashtag TSC 2015. So
Okay.
TSC.
TSC.
the Social Conclave TSC 2015.
Awesome.
Can you brief the viewers about the registration procedure for the event?
Yes, it's very simple. The link is uploaded on the website, that thesocialconclave.in. It will take you to a window. Or if you're also known about townscript.com, so townscript.com/TSC is the link of the registrations. Yes. But yes, everything is put up on the website. Each and every information about speakers, about schedule, about registration, everything is up on website.
Okay, you have an app for that. Can you talk a little bit about the app?
Yes, a very good app has been designed by App Factory, which is headed by Daniel DeCosta. So he has prepared this very good application, Android application. So you can even register from the same, and everything is listed on the app as well. So even if you don't want to log in from your laptops, you can just register yourself from the application.
Hold on.
So tell us something about cornophilia. I mean, cornophilia.
Right. So this question, I guess I would be answering like 100 or 500 time as well. This was a term I just framed it for myself. I started it as just a Facebook page in 2011 or so. Did not plan that it would end up as a startup of my own. So Convo stands for conversations. Starting with K, because K is my initial of Khushbu, and philia is a Greek word for love and friendship. So love for conversations is what convophilia means, and we are a strategy consulting firm for social media, specializing into social media. So that's about convophilia.
Nice.
And we are based in Gujarat, but we do all projects from all over India as well as abroad.
Okay, Khushbu, tell me the journey about the PhD in social media. That's what
Okay.
everybody wants to hear. What is the process and how is it like?
The process was very, very interesting till today, because the only reason I end up into the social media industry is due to my PhD, because I wanted to do something into internet marketing. And in 2009, I just came across all the reports and the stuff, the social media was a word flowing on in internet at that point of time. So, and there were not, truly speaking, there were no research, academic research stuff available online anywhere. If it was there, it was not from India, it was from abroad, some country. So it really interested me. So I thought I'll pick up this subject as my PhD, and I linked it up with the consumer behavior, and which is now very, very relevant. If anyone or any company or any brand wants to,
Khushbu, there's a question. Sorry to interrupt. Have
Sure,
you
sure.
tested how the Facebook organic posts work?
Okay, so Facebook's organic posts work I mean, in what sense?
Have
Like-
you tried that? That's the question.
Okay. Yes, I've tried only the organic from long time. I've not done paid so much. So the organic works like quite very well for me as of now, because I have local clients like of my city, wherein we never did the paid advertisements on Facebook. We only did the organic things.
Okay, so for people who've joined late, there's a question as to what's going on and all. So basically, we are talking on social media and keeping in sight of the International Social Media Day, which is coming up on the 30th of June.
Right.
Sorry,
Okay,
please continue.
Yeah. So just to give an overview, we are just doing an interview or chat with Dr. Kushbu, who's our PhD in social media, with WMA Web Marketing Academy students.
Sorry, Suresh, there is a question which says that is the reach really 6% or is it lesser than
We're
that?
going to, that I have it in, I'm going to note down, somebody going to note down, we're going to take the questions and we're going to answer that.
Sure.
Yes, to keep it short, it is less than 6%, 2%. We'll
Okay.
come back to that. So for those who joined new, we're just having a casual chat with Kushbu, who's come all the way from Gujarat, and we are conducting an event for Social Media Day, which is the World Social Media Day, 30th of June. This time we are having it this year. We are having it here in Bangalore, which Kushbu is taking care of that. So we are just discussing from Web Marketing Academy. We are training digital marketing training centers, and there are students. Hi guys, you guys can say hi. So we are just having this conversation with Kushbu. Kushbu also teaches in Symbiosis social media, is that
Yes.
right? And she has come and gave a lot of sessions here as well, which she will be coming in the next few days and interacting with us about social media and things like that. Okay, to answer that question, what do you think about organic reach? My take, definitely, Facebook is looking at making money, and they are public and they have to go. There's no other way. And also, I think it is looking at the content specific, more value for the user, and that is the reason that it's gone low. What do you think?
Yes. It's Facebook is looking more on the monetary perspectives right now today.
Right.
So organic was much more working previously, as it is not working right now.
Right.
But it was the best thing happening before, which I quite liked about it, because the social part was much more relevant at that point of time. But yes, with paid also, if you are targeting right people, right market and everything, it's like quite very much a cost benefit in comparison to other platforms.
Yes. Especially the brand pages, especially the pages with the brand, it is used to be 6% the reach. Now it is 2%, is less than 1%.
1%, yeah.
So obviously yes. That's what Aussie or somebody asked, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions coming?
No, that's
Okay. So continue with your journey to PhD.
Yes, so what was I like?
Consumer behavior.
Consumer behavior. First I was going to do with social recruiting, but that idea was dropped off by the faculty members and everybody, because at that, like, imagine the scenario in 2009, there was nothing like social media of any kind, and that too being in Gujarat. It's a different scenario if you are being in metro cities like Bangalore or Mumbai or something like that. So somehow convinced it, and then the journey started of research into social media, and that's how I got interested into that domain, and I started listing out all my research things and stuff which I used to write down my thoughts and everything on Convophilia's page. And later on, then I converted that into my startup of consulting, because people started asking questions on LinkedIn about businesses that how they can succeed using social media, how they can integrate social media into their businesses, like various kinds of, whether it's consulting, whether it's recruiting, whether it's pharmaceutical. So I started giving out advices like free of cost to everybody, and when later stage when I started realizing that okay, I'm better off doing good now, and then I took off from the personal level to professional level.
But this PhD whole thing, how long will it take?
It takes like it's a 3-year program. You have to give out an exam to like it's an entrance exam kind of thing. You have to clear it out. You enroll into a program of in university of your choice, wherever you want to, and then you have to take journey with your guide and research and kind of.
So when you're looking at social media, see 2009, I'm pretty sure that even to find a good guide was very difficult because they had to know social media well.
Yes.
And then consumer behavior. Those are like two different things.
Correct.
How do you manage something like that?
So it was like on me that all about social media and everything I have to research about. The guide was only to help me in the quantitative techniques and all those stuff. Research, how to carry out a research in particular area, and for consumer behavior we also had some other faculties to help me around. So to take all that stuff together, some responsibility lies with the researcher as well, and some responsibility lies
How
with
much? See, statistics in India, probably 2009, there's almost zero.
So the research time was 2010 to 11, like 1 year period of time. By the time, this I think every PhD student must face that by the time the thesis comes out, the data, becomes obsolete. But the facts that are stated or comes out in any research, it's like stays relevant for quite a period of 5 to 10 years, and it changes, like the data changes, but the facts remains same.
So Khushbu, how relevant is what you studied or the research that you did back in 2009? So all of us, I think over here, we do see that there have been a lot of changes. In fact, it's like we have to be so up to date in social media that every day there are certain changes, right? So how do you see it being relevant today, what you studied in 2009? So are your basics very strong? Is that something which has helped?
Yes, the basics are very strong, which is helping all the businesses as of now. Like for example, when I was doing my PhD, I came out with my model which is called Weave model, and I wrote a book on it. So if you go by that book also, I have stated 5 fundamental things which will help any kind of businesses where to succeed either on social media or just to bringing your business and bringing social into your business. So the facts which I was saying that, for example, being transparent and being honest on social media. Okay, this is one strategic or fundamentals if we say. So a brand who is not being transparent about all that is they are doing, or not being honest from inside and tackles negative comments in a way which is which should not be, or rather they should be honest about the issue. So that is the basic thing that every brand should do on social media. So this is one simple example of being honest on social media.
So anybody else here has any questions for? We are the only person who is just talking. Please. Anything. She's just like our faculty.
I think somebody on Periscope also is asking.
Ask
So
her
Facebook.
about Reddit and what?
Okay. Okay, there were 2 questions actually. Let me just. I just saw the last one first, so I'll just quickly ask about that. Is the organic as good as the paid on Facebook?
Right now, if we see the scenario, like paid is much more better than organic, but I think like according to me, what we do is we pull up the whole strategy and content calendar, and if it is targeted to an audience and done consistently with certain amount of little bit of paid like SEO clubbed with other strategies, then I think organic on social media works well.
Clubbed with other digital strategies.
Yes.
So see, what she's telling is you have to, now you will have to balance it. It is not only
Only social.
organic is not going to cut it.
Yes.
If you ask specifically for Facebook, organic is not going to cut it today. You have to accompany with paid, and she's also talking about overall strategy, not only just Facebook but also search engine
Like
optimization.
search engine.
So in today's world, what is the organic reach of a post on Facebook?
Less than 1%.
Right. So which
Right.
makes it very mandatory to use paid so that you can reach out to your own followers
Yes.
and people who
And
like your pages.
Also, alone Facebook would not serve the purpose for a brand, because you have to catch up to other markets as well, because your customers are not only on Facebook, they are everywhere, like you, they are either on Facebook, either on Twitter. So only one platform, I guess, would not serve the result that you wish for your brand.
Okay, so I'm going to stop now. Questions from you guys. So we'll take down the questions from
Periscope,
and
yes.
then we are going to answer.
Sure.
But yes, Farah?
What according to you is the best social media platform to bring about brand awareness? I mean, other than Facebook, like you have Twitter, LinkedIn, and so on. So, which do you think is the best platform to create awareness for any brand?
For any brand, I think Facebook is the best medium for spreading awareness, because
What if it's
we
a
have masses.
hospitality industry? I'm sorry to interrupt. What if it's a hospitality industry?
If it is in a hospitality industry, like for example hotels or catering or something like that, so I think a mixture of image sharing platforms like Pinterest or Instagram, if that can be utilized, it's better, because they have visuals to show to the people. Hospitality it is all about service and giving out to people, and aesthetics and all that. So that can be very much showed with pictures and videos and everything. So Instagram with short videos, and Pinterest. So
Of course, Periscope too.
yes,
So images work better.
yes, images much work better in hospitality.
Any other questions from you guys? Please.
How often do these updates happen on social media platform, and what are the methods to keep in check with those updates?
Like updates from
Updates, as in there are a lot of social media platforms and things are changing in a very fast manner. So how do we get to know about those updates and keep in check with it?
Like if Google doesn't update one of the features, I mean, because it happens so often,
correct.
how do we keep ourselves posted about these updates?
In
So-
social media.
So many people follow many apps to stay updated, like the same thing that you keep up with the podcast, like whichever favorite podcasts you follow, you keep an app to update yourself. So different people have their favorite apps to catch up on their phones, because even people, brands are tapping smartphones to reach out to the rural people where they don't have laptops and desktop facilities, but they do have smartphones with them. So I guess that's the best way people are catching up with the updates, like applications.
Yeah. Facebook blog. That's where newsroom. Facebook doesn't have a blog. They have newsroom. That's where all the updates is published. That's every social media site has got their own blogging and other things, right? So
Even
that
Mashable, I
yeah,
guess, is a
Mashable.
very good website to
Exactly.
catch up all the updates. I think in
HubSpot,
every
yeah.
industry,
Yeah.
they catch for social is the other thing, and business is other thing, and industry is other thing. So for every segments, they keep updates over there.
One question the change in Facebook algorithms, how can business keep itself updated with the changes in Facebook algorithms?
That is what just now told, right?
Yes.
It's Facebook newsroom. That's where they publish there and then comes to everybody. So for example, if you look at Social Media Examiner, they publish, but where are they getting it from? The source is Facebook.
And Facebook has also come across with all the programs where you can Facebook for business,
Yeah.
for example. So where businesses can specifically join that program, and the inside Facebook team specifically teaches people how to do business on Facebook.
Right.
So those all groups can be joined by experts or agencies, and then catch up there.
Okay, so there was a question we posted. What is that?
Yes, so basically, since they did a video and they posted it on Facebook, and then they also wrote an article and posted that video. So the question was, which is the best social media platform? So,
Okay, so the question is, video, they come up with a video, they post it in YouTube, and then they cross-post it in somewhere else.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. But I think that, it should be a very integrated strategy, right? It cannot be like from YouTube to Facebook. It has to go across to different platforms.
No, see, now, YouTube has got some value to it always. It's evergreen.
Right.
Right? For businesses, it's evergreen. We have Periscope, we are doing all these things. It's all shiny objects. But there is always YouTube that has got some purpose. For example, SEO purpose, YouTube is best. So for SEO, that strategy you use YouTube. And for quick kind of reach and other things, you are using other social media channels. So, but you can customize it a little bit. For example, you can use the same video on Facebook and YouTube, because YouTube is not discoverable right now. But in Facebook, a lot of people are already using. So uploading there and there also works. Is that what do you
Yes.
what do you think?
Yes, the same thing that that you said. I like agree to that thing.
Yeah. So maybe we can customize it. Like for example, we can make it a little bit interesting. The same video, we can make it shorter, or maybe make it a little bit different color, or maybe interesting that catches. Like how we did right on
Yes,
Instagram.
yes, yes.
Google Photos does it for you.
So creativity makes
yeah.
a part in that.
Right. Okay. So any other you were asking
Yeah, I
another
was
question?
about to ask.
Please.
Like, it's a question related to what I'm doing now. So I just wanted to know if somebody has not yet used a social media platform to endorse any business. What can be the first step? I know creating a page is like the first step. How to begin with to start establishing start having your followers? What should be done? Like what can be the first step? The primary initiative to get to that point where you have people following you and getting to know your product.
Correct. So the basic mistakes might businesses make like few time beyond that. They just start a page initially, and then it's kept idle. But first of all, the first basic thing is research. Like I think everything that has to be started has to be backed up with research. You need content. You at least need content for a month to flow flawlessly. Like so for that you need everything in place. You have to write down content in text. You have to plan, strategize that what will go, what cannot go. If you put up these things, what can be the reactions of people? You have to do a team brainstorming sessions. You have to talk to various people outside as well, like offline to them, that if we are coming out with this idea, what would be your reaction, or something that businesses were doing in typical market research kind of thing. So research is required, I guess, and then if you start a page and start it with a bang, then I guess it would be a good idea to,
You see, there are a lot of competitors, right? Suppose taking a paid business or something like that. You have already top guns like Asian Paints and Berger and Nerolac. So to compete with them, they already have a very well established Facebook page or other social media platform pages.
Correct.
So, not to compete with them obviously, but to create your own brand label.
Yes. So here let me give the example of my client as well. They are a news company, local news channel. They are also competing with other brands as well, but it's a local thing. So if you are handling a new startup, obviously it would first initially would be a local thing, and then it would compete with other big brands at the later stage. So we started organically, and right now they are having like more than 15,000 organic likes of the Facebook page, and the engagement on that page is much more higher, like double the engagement, because they are consistently posting news and whatever items they have to, as a company, they have to post it. They're consistently doing it by hour and hour, that they have this channel, but whatever comes on channel doesn't come on the Facebook page, and whatever comes on Facebook page doesn't come on the channel. So that's the strategy that they
different content for different.
Yes, different content. So if I'm following their Facebook page and if I'm seeing the same news which I'm seeing on TV, okay, so people would stop watching the television channel. So they want to catch both the markets. They want their people, their old age group to watch the TV, and their young age group to catch up with the Facebook page. So that is that thing. So they are doing very well, good research, and combining all those things together.
See, to answer your question, it is, you will have to create a niche. You will have to, I mean, there is so much of competition and other things, and you are starting new. Either new or getting started in social media. So you will have to find what is the niche. There's a lot of, can you create a niche? Right? In that industry itself, can you create, so it's a paint, correct?
Yeah, it's a paint manufacturing.
Manufacturing. So maybe, come up with ideas for painting for creative things. I mean, it's not about paint, you'll have to think about, when I think about paint, experience. When you think about paint, it's about creativity, right? So there's a lot of things that we can think about. It creates vibrant, and it's all, that experiences and all those things. If you can connect something with that and come up with a niche, that is where you're going to survive.
And people talk about about the real-time experiences of people. So a lot of new brands or startups, what they have done is instead of doing a professional TVC, they record the live people's experiences. Like if it is a paint, like children sitting together and playing with the paint and putting their hands on the walls or something, that kind of experience. Or a newly married couple going into a house and selecting a paint, or you are interviewing that couple and what colors do you wish for your bedroom or something like that. So those kinds of interactive ideas can be put up by
I don't know about influence marketing actually.
Sorry?
Is it about influence marketing?
No, it's not influence marketing. It's just coming up with the ideas. Just sit down and come up with some ideas and have it. See now, we are doing this Digital India podcast, right? Now when did we start? 2 months? How are we competing with others? These huge big players. How are we competing? We are in the top 10 for consistency. We talk about the format, for example, is different. Maybe you guys are involved. So these are the things that we create differently than others. Others just talk about. There are a lot of digital marketing updates. But what is different for us is we are bringing in some more flavor to it. We are bringing you guys, students involving and talking, right? Those are the things that is a little bit different. That makes it, so it's a niche that we try to create. And then in between we are trying to give some tips, making it interesting. And then the consistency which she was talking, consistently doing it is what keeps us there. The same way what makes WMA different?
Correct.
What makes it different? When there are so much of other NITs and Manipals and all these things, what makes it different is we are also same. They are also giving all those things, correct? Why are we different? You guys tell.
I think it's because of the student interaction.
Yeah.
You get students involved in almost
Mainly
every
events,
single
right?
course.
This kind of interaction we're bringing in, and events that we conduct, conferences that we conduct, all those. See, we are trying to be different, right? That's a difference that we are trying to make. It's all the same. Education is same, right? Digital marketing is same, but what we are trying to do, why you choose us is for that reason.
So basically, you're trying to say everybody has to identify what they can offer in a different
Correct.
manner, and how they can add value. I think that will make a
Right.
difference. Yeah, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Thank
Okay.
you, Khushbu.
One
Thank you
second,
so much.
We'll have to. But that's okay. Batteries, it'll stay. Hold on. So I want to talk about the social conclave. We are going to have a lot of interesting sessions. So we recommend everybody, especially our students, you guys and everybody. It's a great interaction, and you get to meet a lot of people there. So please do come. It's on 30th, full day. If you want job, you come there. If you want to hire somebody, you come there.
Yes.
Right? And if you want to network with people from Ogilvy, from Micah,
Yes.
so give me the designations of those people.
So Dr. Falguni Vasavada, she's associate professor and head of marketing at Micah.
Micah, okay.
Which is based in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Prasant Naidu, he's from Lighthouse Insight, so everybody knows him online.
Yeah, especially Lighthouse Insight. We also, when we teach, we tell them for India specific.
Yes.
If you want, Lighthouse Insight is the place to go for updates. You asked, right, where do you find social media? Lighthouse Insight for India specific case studies.
Yes.
That is where you find out.
And he would be discussing the undiscussed cases of 2015, what went wrong or which brands did well.
India specific.
India specific, social media industry as a whole. So we have
So
Prasant Naidu, we have Ritu David of Ritu David Consulting.
Okay.
We will be having you from WMA. So definitely, and we will be having Rohit Verma of SMW. We will be having Shakti from the Quill.
Ogilvy?
We'll be having Ganga Ganpati from OGP.
Ogilvy, okay.
We'll be having
It's a very different lineup of speakers, right?
It's not the same
It's
set
not
we
the same
see
set we see in every
there.
conference.
Yes,
And
yes. We have tried to curate the event in such a way that each and every specific industry can get a picture of the overall social media of industries.
why did you choose a weekday, 30th June?
Because the importance is of 30th June, and I would not like to change the day that we celebrate, and it is going to be celebrated
What
all
is
over
it?
the world. It
World
is World Social Media
Media
Day. So it is being celebrated all over the world, everywhere. Everybody would be tweeting on that day.
It's an
So-
excellent day to network.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
And how was last year's social media day, which you celebrated? Maybe a little bit about that one would be nice.
Yes, last year we celebrated in Vadodara and we had got very good response for that day. Being in Gujarat and a little bit of less awareness, but still we got like 50 to 60 people gathering on that day at one space, coming from Ahmedabad, Rajkot, all over from Gujarat, and even we called upon speakers from Mumbai, Pune, so we brought people from all over India on that day. And a good press coverage was happened, like in Times of India, in every national daily, it was covered, the event was covered. Even Radio Mirchi took the interviews of me and one of the other speakers as well. We had a lot of press coverage and everything happened. So it is on live on our website 2014. If you just want to take a look at it, you can just take a look at the pictures and everything happening. Yeah.
Alright, so it is going to be exciting. So I would recommend everybody to come, at least say hi and do everything here. 1 second. Any other questions? Final questions?
I have
Yes.
a small question. Like he asked, for a startup, it's a restaurant. What about a storyline? Creating a storyline on Facebook, any social media, does it make sense? Because the number of likes or the number of people view it, the particular page would be less. In that case, a storyline, do you think there is a chance it might work?
Yes, I think it will work, like if it is put it in a very creative way, and it is also cross-posted in other platforms as well, and given a good word about it. So
Probably the chances are good if you have
Good
a
enough,
grade.
yes. And are you talking about a pictorial visual
Yeah,
storytelling?
exactly.
Yes, yes, yes. So anything with pictures, if you're doing it very creatively and cross-posting it into the specific picture sharing websites, then it is good enough. Yes, chances are high.
Finally, the website URL and where to find information. The Facebook page, the website URL, and about you.
Yes, so the website URL is very, very simple. It's www.thesocialconclave.in.
thesocialconclave.in. Correct?
Yes.
The socialconclave.in. Okay.
Yes. And the Facebook page is facebook.com/thesocialconclave.
Okay.
Okay.
And about you. Where can people find about you?
Yes, I'm like placed very well on all the social media platforms. So wherever you search, you can search Dr. Khushbu Pandya.
Can you spell it for us, please?
Yes, Dr. Doctor and KHUSHBUPANDYA. It's Khushbu Pandya.
All right.
So,
What's your
yes.
Twitter handle?
It's Pandya_Khushbu.
Pandya_Khushbu. Spell it out for us, please.
PANDYA_KHUSHBU.
All right, Khushbu. Thank you so much.
Thank
We
you
look
so
forward
much,
for the
everyone.
event. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right.